And is Fox one of the studios you were just referencing that's going to back it? Okay, and
well, they're presently engaged with working with the medium. They have an innovation lab, the Fox Innovation Lab. They're presently engaged in learning how to tell stories. They produced Felix and Paul's Experience Wild, which is downstairs here at New Frontier, and you can really see the distinction when a big studio gets involved, with creating an experience that is, separate from just repurposing footage from the set. This is an original production with the stars of Wild, but that experience that happens doesn't happen anywhere in the movie. It was shot in a different place. It was, it was made independent of the film, but kind of as like an extra, almost like as if a DVD extra or a documentary about the movie. It's a separate production. So, and Fox can do this, and they can do it really faster than perhaps filmmakers who are making this work on their own dime.
The last thing I want to ask you is, what role do video games play here? I know you've got the 1979 game, and as well as a kind of game-movie hybrid with Way to Go.
Well, there's a lot of interesting intersections with gaming and storytelling here. I mean, there's 1979 Revolution, there's Possibilia, which I see as using a film and gaming your way through the film, because you're actually putting together a way to tell the story, and you're experimenting, and you're also learning along the way. Everybody has a random path through this set story, and you're learning something about breaking up and with the nature of breaking up. So it's like a gaming to the truth of breaking up. So that's and Way to Go is like more of a traditional game, but it's also going through a cinematic kind of filmic experience that's more abstract. It's a beautiful work as you play with your interaction with the city that you're descending upon, and learning, how to navigate the streets and learning about what weather, what city that or what natural landscape that you're descending upon, and to a certain extent, Ascent, that VR experience by Oscar Raby. I wouldn't say it's a game, but there's an interaction that you find in games that you don't find in traditional cinema. You can explore any given scene in that experience for as long as you want until you decide that you want to move on, and then you choose how you move on. You have some choices. So when I think about telling stories through gaming, I think about choices and making choices, and that's really like the mechanism of storytelling through the gaming process. So there's a lot of that here. I mean, Birdley's another example. Is a really fantastic example. It's like you're flying through a landscape. You're flying over San Francisco, and you have infinite choice of how you want to fly, how high, if you want to dive through the canyons, you can die. You can crash and burn, and this is all language of gaming. But at the same time, it's telling us a story of something that's very ancient within ourselves, and it's very transformative to experience Birdley.